Hey everybody, Lisa Young Sutton here with another video for you. And I've had a lot of requests for more box videos and also requests for daily draw videos and also requests for using boxes as daily draws. So here they all are in one video. I'm just gonna dive right into this. Now, I'm going to show you 3 ways to lay a box spread. And this video is focusing on daily draws, but you, of course, can use these techniques for anything. Now, but these are daily draws. Okay, the first one is a timing spread. And this was actually my daily draw from yesterday. I laid a box spread for my daily yesterday so that I could use it in today's video, and it came out perfect, so I'm very excited. Now, I hope I get this right because I just got up. Excuse me. All right, so what I did is I broke it into morning, afternoon, evening slash nighttime, right? So you could think of it as sun comes up, middle of the day. So this makes it, this is the center, right? This is like the heart of your day, right? And then the sun goes down. Isn't that funny? The moon came up. That happens a lot, right? Like the end of the day, I get the moon or the stars or maybe like the coffin down here because I'm like exhausted and just like collapse in bed, you know. And here a lot of times I get the sun, you know. Anyway, all right, now you can think of how you can do this for weekly too, right? In fact, I do that a lot. For my weekly draws, I'll do Monday and Tuesday. This will be Wednesday and Thursday. This will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, some people break it up differently. It depends on your week. You know, some people like to break Saturday, Sunday, Monday together. Some people like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday together. You know, it depends on what your day, your Sabbath day or your day of rest, your day off, when that is, you know, how your work week goes. How you break it up is completely up to you, is my point. Now, what deck is this? I know everybody's saying, what deck is that? What deck is that? Because most people probably haven't seen this deck. This was the WDA Lenormand Summit deck that I got for presenting in the Summit last year. So I don't think you can buy this. So maybe I shouldn't be using it. You know, I could be wrong, though. You have to go to WDA, see if you can. But I believe just the presenters received this as a giftie. All right, so let's go through this because it came out perfectly. Now, as I said, this is my morning. Oh, also, if you notice, I break my timing into columns for my tableaus. Some people break it into rows. So you can do that, too. This could be your morning, afternoon, evening. I do columns. All right, so this was my morning, and this is exactly what happened. It started out with, and remember your primary vibes: communication, discord, danger, swift, cut, right? All right, so it started out with communication. I went online. I was checking questions and things that I had to answer, people I had to get back to, you know, your email and all that stuff. Somebody was being nasty. Somebody was trying to stir things up, right? I was being whipped, basically, by someone. They were very rude and just disrespectful. They weren't trying to disagree with me. They were trying to put me down, is basically what it came down to. So what did I do? I made a swift decision to cut them out of my world, which I did. So I just removed them. And that's exactly what happened. That's how my morning went. And then it quickly got better. It quickly got better. So what do we have here? We have change. Now, the stork for me is a positive card unless it's heavily influenced by negative cards, right? So on its own, it's generally a change for the better. It's an improved, you know, change is leading to improvement, that kind of thing. All right. The heart of the matter here, and if you think about, you know, these columns, this is also the heart of the day, right? This is the central part of the day. Was connection, right? Contract, union, bringing together, right? Here we have friendship. Okay, we have loyalty, right? And that's exactly what happened, okay? A change came in, and because the stork is above the ring, this is like a reconnection. So I did reconnect with a friend. I reconnected with someone I was loyal to, have been loyal to. Okay. Then how did the day end? The day ended with new ideas, new energy, new people coming back into my life. Now, this is one of my directional cards. Rider and Scythe are both directional cards for me. This not so much, but this definitely is a directional card. I'm just saying this not so much for me, but this definitely is one also. Okay, so what is the rider heading to? Tells you what the news is about, or what visitor is coming, or just what's coming to you, right? Change, positive change came back into my life, reunion, right? This is my social success card. This is my public card, my social card, my expansion card, right? This is a bringing together, and this is an expansion. So new people came back into my life, bringing social success, okay, or maybe because of social success, but it expanded my world, all right? So now remember my central line. My central line is 159. So the day started with communication, then there was a reunion, I say because of that stork, right? But this is a connection, so communication, connection, expansion. My world got bigger, and that's exactly how it played out. So, you know what, I'd like to point out, so many of you say, oh, too many cards, too many cards. Well, you know, I don't know, how accurate are your readings if you just pull 3 or 5 cards for your daily? Or maybe they're very accurate. And if they are, then don't change it, because everybody has their own way, right? But for me, I want all this information because I tend to look at it like this. This is, I keep calling this my primary line, right? Well, you know, tilt your head sideways and see this as a line of 3, right? See this as the horizontal line of 3. Well, all these other cards here, you got these 3 cards holding that up, right? These are foundational cards. You know, these are cards that these are weighing down on, and these are the cards that are weighing down on those cards, right? These 3. So you have your primary line of 3 here, and you have these 3 and these 3 that are filling in all the blanks, that are explaining what these 3 mean. Because picture if you just laid these 3 cards for your daily, well, it's the same information, but it could mean almost anything. But these cards told me exactly what and how and when and all of that. All right, so I think we talked about that one enough. Okay, now this one I took from my files so I could show you one that already happened. Hang on, let me make sure this is in frame here. Is it? You know what? You could do this, Lisa. Wait. No, wrong way. There we go. Okay, the Kitsch Lenormand, one of my very first Lenormand decks. I love this deck. This is a lot of fun. All right, there it is. Kitsch Lenormand. And why did I buy this deck? Why did I buy this deck? Because of Lucy. There's Lucy and Ethel. I'm a huge Lucy fan. I still watch Lucy every day. Lucy raised me. Okay, so here we go. Now this, like I said, this was a daily for my husband. And this was one with a pre-selected focus card. And I'm going to show you next when I do one in front of you. I'm going to show you how I laid these cards, because there's 2 ways of doing this if you pre-select your focus card. But this was, like I said, a daily for him when he was going out fishing with a friend on his boat. So I chose ship as the focus card because ship represents the trip. And of course it was on a boat too, so how appropriate is that? All right, so this is the beginning of the story. How did the day start? The day started with some kind of discord. Now, follow your line over. What was that discord related to? Well, here we have letters, so it's some kind of communication or paperwork, and here we have the authority card, right? So, okay, right away I knew that the authorities were going to communicate and cause some discord. Now, this is one of the reasons I chose this, because what comes first? This is so important. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? All right. You have letter before tower here. So that means the communication already existed. So that kind of led me to think this was paperwork. The paperwork already existed, right? Or this could be communication to the authorities, but this turned out to be paperwork. Okay, so the paperwork existed first. The authorities came after. All right, so now if this had been the other way around, think of it this way. This would be the authorities coming in, right? So the authorities came first, the paper came after. So this could be like getting a ticket, right? Or getting a fine or getting a warning, right? But no, it didn't happen that way. I mean, the cards didn't fall that way, and it didn't happen that way. Okay, so here you have the paperwork first, then the authorities come in. So they wanted to check the paperwork, but they were kind of holding up the day and just being, a pain in the ass, basically. Right? So the paperwork existed first, the authorities came in and wanted to check it. Okay, so now, but what did happen was that they had to go another way. They had to make a choice. Here you have the card of a decision, a split, going a different way. Okay, the lake was too crowded. Okay, so they had to go someplace else. But how did it turn out? They found the solution. They had the key. They just simply went somewhere else. All right. I love that this came up because it's a fishing trip, right? And what came up in the number 7 spot was the fish card. All right, now I always call this the hidden influence or hidden issue card, but it's also, you can also call it the underlying influence. So because this isn't always a bad thing, right? But this is kind of the thing that you didn't realize, or this, this is an influencer that was that it's just hiding, right? Okay, so here we have a plethora of fish here, and then you have the scythe and the coffin. Okay, so here's the scythe. I know it's small, but the scythe is pointing to the fish, right? It looks like a fish hook to me. So this is about catching fish, right? Well, as far as catching fish goes, here's it leads to the coffin. They came up empty. They got nothing. All right, probably because half the day was spent, dealing with these guys and going someplace else. But it doesn't matter. They had a great day anyway. But yeah, no, they caught no fish. Okay, so I can just show you with these cards how I did this. All right, I need a full deck to show you. Okay, hang on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just show you with a full deck how I laid this. Because like I said, if you want to pre-select your center card, there are two different ways you can do it that I know of. And I'll show you. I'll show you over here. All right, let's get, here, move down, you guys. I'm done with you. All right, here we have the Chakra Lenormand. Okay, there's no, what do you call those, the cards that have the name and everything, but this is the Chakra Lenormand, and I will include the link for the Chakra Lenormand in the description, because this was one of the first decks I bought, and you get a downloadable PDF with it, which is quite extensive. I mean, it could be a book, and this has a lot of extra cards, this deck. It's very cute. I love this deck. Look how cute. That's the back. I love, too, that you can immediately spot if a card is upside down, because of the colors. But very, very cute deck. Okay, so how do you choose a focus card 2 different ways? All right, well, let's say you want to lay a, here. Okay, let's say this is your work card, the anchor. All right, now you can just pull it out of the deck like I just did and physically just place it in the center, and then you shuffle, 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 right? And then you lay out your cards around it, right? You could do that, right? That's one way of doing it, right? Or, and this is the way that I actually did the spread that I just went through. This is how I did it. I focused on the ship card. Well, we'll just say it's the anchor for the sake of this, but I focused on my focus card, hence the name, right? So I was concentrating on this card as I was shuffling. I was telling the deck, I was telling the universe that I am going to search for that card, and I am going to take the 4 cards in front and the 4 cards behind. Okay, I have this in my book for, what did I call this? I think I called it the party no table reading, and that's, it was for a 3 or a 5 card line, but you can just as easily do it for a box, right? Okay, so I'm focusing on the card I want to look for. So for this example, we're focusing on the anchor, all right? And I'm telling the cards while I'm shuffling that I am going to take the 4 behind and the 4 in front to lay out a box. And I'm going to show you how I will lay it out. And I will also show you what happens if you don't have 4 in front or 4 behind. All right, so you look for the, say, oh, look, thank you, universe. All right, so here's the anchor. Do I have 4 in front of it? Or, well, this is actually behind. We're going to get caught up on semantics here. Just watch, just watch. Okay, so, because sometimes the words that come out of my mouth can confuse people. I'm a writer, I'm not an orator, all right? So, do as I say, not as I do. All right, so anyway, here's your center card, right? These cards come after this, right? So they go like this. Now, I don't have a card for here, right? Because I didn't have enough cards. I take this one because this would be the next card. This is the bottom, okay? There you go. Now these cards were behind this, so you have to put them in order, all right? So there you go. So that is how you would lay this out. So if you were saying in the morning you were asking for a daily for work, and you wanted to pre-select your work card, and you wanted to lay it as the focus card, but have the other cards fall naturally in here, right? That is how you do it. You find the card and you lay the cards around it. Okay. So, oh, you know, I could have read that. I don't even remember how it was. Never mind, I'll have to do another one. This doesn't really have a question anyway, does it? Okay, so, all right. Oh, I said I was going to show you how I laid out the first one. Okay, so how do I typically lay out a box? I typically do not lay a focus card in the center. And it's for a very good reason, because I already have a focused, a theme. I already have a topic. I already know what I'm asking about. All right, I don't have to pull a card out to show me that. If I'm asking about work, well, work is my theme. I don't need to lay the work card in the center. And why would I not want to? Because I want to see what card falls naturally in the center. What is the main theme of my work day, right? If I'm putting the card there, basically I'm not reading it then. It's just it's a place setting card then. You know what I mean? All the other cards are describing it, right? But I'm not really reading it because I put it there. It didn't fall naturally. So in other words, if I just wanted to lay a daily from my work, how will my work day go? And this is exactly how I draw cards. Okay, I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle while I tell the cards what I'm doing. I say tell the cards, but you know what I mean. I'm telling spirit, I'm telling my guides, I'm telling the universe, I'm telling my higher self, I'm telling my intuition, right? Whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I fan the cards out once I'm done shuffling, and I go by feel. I lay them out in order, 1 through 9. I originally learned to lay them this way. I originally learned to lay a box by putting the center card first, and then filling in 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can certainly do it that way. I think a lot of people do, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever you decide you're going to do, that's the way you do it, and the cards know. And this, Graham Heddle, right? You just wrote this to me in one of your comments, and you said, the universe knows what you're going to do before you do it, and that's exactly true. That's exactly how it works. That is how divination works, isn't it? All right, so I just lay them in order, but I go by feel. So if this were a real reading, I'd be like feeling the cards, and I stop. And sometimes I'm like, oh wait, no, I can't get it. Oh no, wait, this isn't it. Oh, come here, come here. I know exactly which one I want. It never ceases to amaze me, But this is how I do it. I just lay them out. Boom. That is it. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, now here, thank you again, universe, because I am talking about laying a daily for work, but not pre-selecting the center card. But look what came up. Oh. But look what came up anyway. Okay, the work card. All right. The work card for the example. My work card is actually the moon. It doesn't matter. It can certainly be the anchor. I know anchor is a popular one. Anchor was my first work card. All right, so yeah, so it came up. Anyway, now it doesn't have to, like I said, because this whole thing is about work. But obviously, work is the theme. All right, the anchor coming up. What does the anchor mean? The anchor is about reaching goals. It's about, or working toward goals, right? It's about persevering. It's about, you know, steadfastness and, you know, nose to the grindstone and all of that. Now, as an exit card, as the final card, it looks like I would reach my goal on this day if this were a real reading. And look, we have both people cards here. You know, we could easily turn this into a reading, couldn't we? And the day would focus on paperwork, right? And we could say, like here, we have something new taking shape, right? This is a very positive card. The day starts out bright and shiny, new things taking shape, right? A heavy decision is made, and there's a lot of, you know, what's this? A lot of talk, a lot of chatter, a lot of mind chatter, right? This is a lot of everyday minor stresses, you know, right? So, and then we could say, like, you know, say this reading was for a man, you know, okay, and here he is, and he's going to get a lot of paperwork done. He's going to communicate, a lot of communication. This is the heart of the story, and here we have something new, starting something new that's just growing. Here we have new ideas coming in, new people. This could very well be new people, because what is the writer facing? The woman, right? This could be a new client, maybe. This is reaching the goals. So this is something's just starting, taking shape. It's very positive. This is, you know, communication, paperwork. This is, you know, you get it all done, right? So that is basically how I lay boxes for dailies. No matter what my question is, I don't choose a focus card. I really want to see what the cards are going to give me. You know, what is the main focus of this day? If I put it there, I don't know. Okay, so that's it, my friends, for this video. I hope that was helpful and fun, and I hope I did it all right because I didn't even finish my hot chocolate yet. But anyway, as always, leave your comments and questions below or message me, and see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.